Linebacker, 6'1", 210 pounds from Montgomery Catholic Preparatory, Montgomery, Alabama, 2022 class. He is a 4-star overall on the 24/7 Sports Composite. 19th best linebacker in the class. One that Clemson has been talking to and in discussions and offered since June 1st. So this is not somebody like, just late December, Christmas, New Year's Eve kind of offer. This is one that Clemson has already offered as of last summer, and he just has not made his decision yet. One of the reasons he hasn't made his decision is because he originally made his decision, correct me if I'm wrong, to Oregon. He was originally committed to Oregon, but then this mix up there. So a lot of people are concerned maybe he's just going to end up going to Miami. That could very well happen, or he could continue to go to Oregon. They still have crystal ball predictions over on 24/7 Sports of Oregon. So I don't know if that's just not been updated or what, but he has other schools that are definitely out there. He's big time offers. He's got 30 total offers from Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Auburn, Central Michigan, and Clemson, as we mentioned. And let's go ahead and pull up some of the video here on him. So we'll add it back to the screen here. Let's see if we can do it. Yep, I can do it. All right. So we're going to start the film. We'll start off with Houston this time around since Allen got the first one. Offered on June 1st, and he's coming the weekend of the 21st and 22nd. So not this weekend, but next. What are your thoughts on TJ Dudley, Houston?
Well, I mean, look, he's a physical linebacker. He is very quick to the point of attack. I think he's still a little raw in some aspects of his game, but man, you like what you see initially. The main thing is he gets after it, and when he makes contact, the ball carrier feels it. And that's some of the intangible things that you need in a linebacker. He just needs to get a little more polished in the college game, and that'll happen over time. I think it would be a great pickup for Clemson. It would be something that for the people who just clearly look at rankings, make them a little more happy because he is a 4-star linebacker. Look at how he's running. He's a fast guy. And I think this would be great for Clemson overall, not just for this position, but another position that Clemson has a need for that he may be teammates with. So it's a double whammy there. I think this would be great. I love his film, and I think TJ Dudley would be a great addition.
Al, do you agree with what Houston says? We're looking at the film here from huddle.com on TJ Dudley. Get in your comments on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, I agree with a lot with what Houston said. I love the physicality. I mean, he's not afraid to hit you. He hits the hole really hard and just finds a body to hit at times. And I think he diagnoses the plays pretty well from what I see so far. I haven't been able to watch his film quite like I wanted to yet, but I will tell you this: I don't think he's necessarily the quickest sideline to sideline type guy, but if that's the case, he'll fit right in at Clemson. We have a lot of guys that aren't the quickest, especially in his position, and that's okay. A lot of people have been clamoring for more athleticism at linebacker, and I think we're finally going to get it this coming season. But we'll see how that goes. He can play in the system. Clemson trusts guys that can get in there and make the right play, rather than a guy who's super athletic that can't diagnose what's going on, and that's okay. So we'll you'd like to have both. Obviously, in a perfect world, we'll have both. So maybe he gets a little faster when gets a little more muscle in college. I'm not really sure, but I think his speed's good enough as is. I'm not concerned about that. This would be a great pickup for Clemson, especially like we talked about before, this late in the game. I think this would be an awesome addition to the linebacker room.
All right, Houston, I'm going to throw this. It's a difficult question. If I'm TJ Dudley and I say, well, how can I have confidence that I'm going to develop under Wes Goodwin? You don't have Brent Venables anymore. What would you say if you're a recruiter?
I mean, as a recruiter, you look at this and you go, hey, look, let's just assume this is Wes Goodwin that's saying this. Is like, look, I was the guy that was helping game planning for Brent Venables. Look at the results on the field against Iowa State. We completely shut that team down. Shouldn't have been 13 points. Should have been 10. We should have only given up that one touchdown. And outside of that interception, it could have been way less than that. You're going to be able to develop. You're going to be in a competition with some great linebackers because Clemson has a great linebacking core going into next year. You're going to be able to grow as a leader as well at Clemson. So I don't think it's necessarily the way that, they lost Brent Venables, but let's look. You were committed to a school and left because there was no continuity as the head man. You have the head man still running and helming the ship at Clemson, and that's not what happened at some of the schools that are offering right now.
I like his film in the sense that he is in coverage a lot. He obviously can wrap up. Al, you remember when we watched Justin Flo and it was nothing but like him blitzing and sacking the quarterback? Just every single highlight film, just blitzing, 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 blitzing. It's interesting to see there are, obviously, as you can see there, blitzing the quarterback, but there is film of him getting out into space and playing in coverage, playing zone, playing man in coverage. You really don't see that from a lot of linebackers because they like to just all they do is like to show their sacks. And I think that is something that it is a positive for TJ Dudley. I think as far as Clemson goes and linebackers go, you never really know because there's a lot of responsibility in the Clemson world or on the Clemson team for a linebacker. They're your general. The middle linebacker for sure is your general, but every linebacker has to know exactly what's going on. They have to be the smartest guys out there. Now, I don't know TJ Dudley and what his mental capacity is, but I know if Clemson offered him that they believe in him and what he can do. And so it'll be up to him to see what he can do or get out there and prove that he can be successful at the college level. It's interesting, though. Again, I think that he's played a bunch of different positions. He's even played on the offensive side of the ball. Seems like a lot of guys that Clemson likes are those versatile, really athletic guys. So from what you see on film, Al, is this guy more of a middle linebacker type guy, or is this something that maybe he could develop into a middle linebacker, or is he more of expect him to possibly be an outside linebacker type?
Well, with Clemson, that a lot of times they're all over the place. As something typically Clemson does, like on their offensive line, they like to cross train a lot of their linebackers. I like if he can put on some weight. I like him at middle linebacker, but who knows what the coaching staff's going to think.
Now I say put on some weight. What we've seen from the weigh-ins is that they want to be around 235.
Mm-hmm.
So 15 pounds to me, that's definitely doable in a short amount of time without eating a bunch of Big Macs, So I think he can definitely do it. Let us know in the comments in the chat over on Facebook and YouTube what you think about TJ Dudley. Would he be a big pickup for Clemson, or maybe Clemson should look for someone else? We really appreciate you getting in. I like the guy. I mean, Clemson obviously has a need because they lost Jaron Kanak, and they need to fill that position. Now they have Wade Woodaz. It's going to be probably a linebacker type-ish there, but this guy could definitely fill a need for Clemson.